Cardi B says she's applying for Nigerian citizenship thanks to Donald Trump's handling of Iran, because apparently privileged leftists think it's worth leaving the country to escape an America led by a president they don't like, even if it means trading freedom and liberty for an oppressive, violent, impoverished human rights dumpster fire. And all I can really say is, y'all need any help paying for your ticket? Because I'm in. Rapper Cardi B is the latest celebrity to say she's throwing in the towel on America thanks to President Donald Trump, saying that she's applying for Nigerian citizenship because Trump is, quote, putting Americans' lives in danger by pushing back on escalating Iranian aggression. In a barely coherent tweet that ignores nearly every basic standard of English grammar, Cardi B tweeted this: specifically being from New York, it's sad this man is putting Americans' lives in danger. Dumbest move Trump did till date. I'm filing for my Nigerian citizenship. She then asked fans for help convincing her husband, fellow rapper Offset, to move to Africa with her and their daughter Culture. Yeah, those are their names. You can't make this stuff up. Now, I know that none of us actually care where Cardi B chooses to live, and that's assuming you even know who she is in the first place. After all, if celebrities actually made good on these kinds of threats, we would be rid of Barbara Streisand and Lena Dunham by now, but they've stuck around like a hemorrhoid. So no luck there. But now let's assume for a microsecond that A, Cardi B is serious, and B, that we give a crap. Far be it from me to tell a celebrity where they can or cannot move, particularly one who is too dumb to see the very benefits in the country that has so richly provided her a path up from urban poverty to making mega millions thanks to capitalism. I mean, this is a girl who went from stripping at a club in the Bronx to being worth about $8 million because she somehow managed to convince millions of people that she could rap, but is still dense enough to say that she's snubbing all of that and moving to Africa because of Trump. Now, it's worth noting here that Nigeria, which Cardi B thinks has enough of a leg up on the USA to justify transferring her citizenship, has just a couple of minor issues of its own, like, say, the violence and kidnapping of young girls by Boko Haram, mass poverty and malnutrition, government oppression and inhumane prison conditions, forced evictions, police brutality and torture, widespread domestic violence, the subjugation of women, forced child marriage, social inequality, crackdowns on free speech, and that pesky mass genocide of Christians that no one in the media ever cares to mention. See, that's the thing, isn't it? The point isn't whether some rapper decides to drag her incoherent drivel in 15 minutes of fame to a foreign country, whatever, carry on. The point is that this is largely what the left believes. They are so utterly ignorant of history and so hateful of their own country that they honestly believe places like Nigeria are preferable to living in the United States. Celebrities who've made millions thanks to capitalism, students who've benefited from accessible higher education, women who've enjoyed full freedom their entire lives, people who have no idea what it's like to starve half to death, or flee their homes in the middle of the night, or have to fight their own government just for the right to open their mouths, all lining up to slam the freest, most prosperous country in the history of the world, where you can go from public housing in the Bronx to a penthouse in Manhattan, and trade all of that in for tyranny because Orange Man bad? You don't have to look any further than this week to see this. We have got leftists coming out of the woodwork to defend Iran and apologize to terrorists because they are so blinded by their own hatred of a country that's given them freedom, liberty, and opportunity. This is what happens when you raise a generation of historically ignorant liberals who have never experienced anything close to actual oppression in their entire lives. But, hey, the silver lining? At least we've finally found a solution to our immigration crisis. All of you guys can just get in line behind Cardi B and hand over your citizenship, and we'll give it to one of the hundreds of thousands of people who would die to get just a tiny piece of what you have here. Thanks for playing. Bye-bye. And that's your Reality Check, America. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.